This flab gonna be ab. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Turn that flab to ab.
Flab ab.
Yeah. That's the gin workout tape. We're back.
No.
We're back. And Matt has been working on his hair for the last 15 minutes, so that's why we couldn't start.
Gotta look good for the fans back home, listening and watching.
There's fans back home watching?
Yeah, they're
all right.
like the fans home, the fans that are home watching.
Oh, so the fans that are home watching, but you said...
Why did I say back home? Yeah. Why did I say that?
You said
implying that like they're...
The fans back home are watching.
Yeah. Implying that they're not usually home. But hi, everyone. I'm Matthew Espinosa.
And I'm Erik Griffin.
And this is Gen to Gen, a podcast about generational similarities and differences.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that should be like, that's our log line.
Yeah.
So like similarities and differences should have came on the screen right now. Like similarities and then differences.
Yeah, that's our tagline. We're your new favorite podcast. Okay, everyone. Hi. So lots been happening.
I know we got mic arms.
Yeah, we got some mic arms. We got some better.
For some reason, though, I have the cheap mic arm.
I knew he was gonna say something. You know, I've always had that mic arm. I didn't know I had the correct piece for it though. So this whole last like 7 episodes, we could have had. It was literally chilling in that corner the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
So I have this, you know.
But also, your chair is a little lower. That's why.
This is why I have the cheap arm.
It's not that it's cheap. That was the original first time I got.
Because it's cheap. I had these too.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised it actually works with this.
Yeah.
Usually this
it's heavier. Yeah.
It doesn't work. And it always goes, you know.
Yeah, just because this mic is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it.
But anyways, that's different. So we got mic arms. What else?
We got some mic arms. I just got a haircut not too long ago. It doesn't look like it, but
it doesn't. It's weird.
My hair grows so fast during the summer.
It just starts to look like. It starts to look like at night. Matt goes like this. He just.
It looks like so. I just pick up.
You just take your whole hair off and you put it on like a thing, and you're just like
Dude, yeah, my hair in the morning is super curly. Like it is like curly.
So what do you do?
It just as the day goes on, it just kind of uncurls itself a bit. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest thing, bro. I don't know. It actually uncurls itself. I'm not making that up.
Please do a video of you in the morning and then show like a time lapse of your hair.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna find a photo. I'm gonna make sure I find a photo and I'm gonna put it somewhere.
Yeah, right just a photo of like you in the morning.
Boom.
And then how your hair looks at night.
Exactly.
So that's anything. That's it. And you're 25.
And I'm 25. Yeah. So first things first.
Going on 26.
All right. Can't do anything. All right. Well, first things first, you know what we always got to do the YouTube comments. We got to check out the supporters. We got to show love to all the people who are showing love to the podcast, you know?
Yeah, and they are. They're out there. I see all the tweets and stuff, and I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I see, and it's those kind of tweets where it'll be like, you know what day it is? It's Gen to Gen Day. So it's like people that look forward to it like that. I appreciate you. We just need you to tell like 3,000 of your closest friends. Yeah.
And then have their friends tell 3,000 of their closest friends and have it be a big old thing.
Yeah, friend party.
Exactly. But we're just gonna go over a couple, comments, and then I'm gonna get into a story from last night at David Dobrik's party, which I'm not even
completely new girl.
Wait for this one.
I can't wait.
Also, I don't even know how much I can say because I signed an NDA. But I mean, it's nothing. Whatever. I'm fine. We're good. We're chilling. We're fine. Anyways, okay. Let's go over some comments. So we have one from Chronic Man 07. This idea works so well. New gen versus old gen. Hope you guys do this for a while. Of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Let's make this go for a long time. We got Tatum Lynn, good old Tatum coming back, OG Tatum. Imagine having money to go to space and I can't even afford Florida. Oh, she was referring to the Dane Cook clip where he's talking about space because the last episode was the best moments episode.
Oh, good.
So, that was the, imagine having money to go to space and I fully, I can, relate to being like, all right, if you have money to go to space and I can't even, do a round trip to.
I know, space money.
Yeah, space money.
There's people out there doing good. It's just like I guess the regular people just don't want to hear about it. That's all it is.
I like hearing about it too.
Yeah. Well, because you have aspirations to like, you know what? That's just like that's the difference between being jealous and then letting the jealousy affect you. I think we all have a little bit of jealousy and envy, and I think that's okay as long as you don't let it affect you negatively.
Yeah.
Because you see your friend doing something, you kind of want to be like, like if you and a friend are going out for the same part.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you don't get it, but your friend gets it. So you're just kind of like, but at the same time, you got to be like, I'm so glad for my friend.
Oh, yeah.
So it's such a like, you know.
And I think the main thing what helps with that is just growing up too and understanding there's enough food on the table for everyone. Everyone can eat. Everyone can have this, like, you're going to get another role at another time. You know, it's not like that was the only role, you know, to based off the example you just said. And as I've gotten older, I've really started to just be more happy for people as opposed to being like, why did that happen to me?
I have a buddy of mine. He was on my podcast. I'm dying up here together. Mike Agriano. I always say his name wrong.
Was he at your wedding?
No, he didn't make it to the wedding. Okay. But he like crazy. He was up for Anakin Skywalker. All right. He was going to be the kid. He was going to be the Anakin Skywalker. He was like number 2, number 3, like kind of thing. What? He was also going to be Sixth Sense. He was going to be it was like number 1, number 2.
Oh
like,
my.
It's like 2 or 3 like major things like that he didn't get.
Jeez.
But can you imagine being
That's
like
gnarly.
I know.
My friend got pretty close to becoming Spider-Man actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like
how close though?
He was like 4 or 5 auditions in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like he had to start then doing a lot of NDAs and like I think he ended up getting like the top 6, top 5 like.
Oof.
And like it's so weird because I could so see him as Peter Parker.
It's so tough. It's tough when you're up for something like that and then you see the ginormous success of it and there's got to be a part of you that every time you see that you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
I still do that when I've gone out for commercials.
Yeah.
Like here's a commercial that I went out for as State Farm commercial. Not this one because this is my buddy that's doing it now. Kevin Miles is Jake from State Farm now.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know,
cool.
but before that, it was the guy that played Oscar on The Office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was up for that.
No way.
Yeah. And it was like,
whoa, you would be so good.
Oh, I was so. Every time I see the director, literally the director, like the casting person. So first of all, the casting person is always like, Erik. Every time I see him, he talks about it. He's like, you know, the director, you were his choice. He wanted you. He wanted to send you a bottle of wine. He was so upset that you didn't get you know what I mean. But I'm like, don't tell me that. That was like $1 million job I didn't get. You know. But you know what I regret? I'll tell you this right now. 2 auditions. And then the guy calls. He goes, "Hey, Erik, they want you to come in one more time because they want to see." I should have said no because I felt like they'd already seen enough. I felt like this audition I was going to was for them to see why they weren't going to give it to me.
Oh, wow!
You know what I mean?
What an interesting perspective.
Either way, I mean, you know, but I should have followed my gut about it. I should have just been like, no, I think they have enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, you know, they went with the more famous weird guy from an Office comedy.
I mean, it's interesting because you never know why some things might happen in your favor or might not. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in commercials, man. Commercials are so subjective. Like it could be anything. Somebody could be like, this guy looks like it could be some casting person and not just the casting. It's like the client, you know. So it could be M&M's and there's like 5 people from M&M's in there, and maybe you're up for the part, but then one of the girls that works in marketing or advertising sees you and she's like, that guy looks like the guy that broke my heart in high school. I don't want him.
Oh, yeah. You're saying there's a lot of variables that can come into play. Yeah,
you can't just like sit there and like blame yourself and be like, I'm not good enough. You'd be shocked at like the thing. I remember one time I booked this job and like I heard the people talking about my hairy arms. They didn't know I could hear them, you know? And I heard the guy was like, oh, look at his arms are really hairy, huh? And the other guy was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, and they were kind of discussing like, well, should we keep him? You know what I mean? And it was so weird, but you never know. The guy was like, I heard the other guy was like, I didn't know it was like that. And it was just like, well, I mean, It just is what it is. So you
Is that
never.
what they would say about me about my leg hair?
Ooh, don't put that on camera. People are gonna go to that, be like, "We saw on Jen to Jen." You have.
They're asking me for my third audition to come in for the third audition. Like, hey,
Can we see your legs?
I'm like, oh, come on, let's not do this here.
You Sasquatch. Anyway, sorry.
No,
go on. More comments.
That is wild though to hear about that, about the hair thing. But to what you're saying, I feel you, because there's been moments where I've had auditions and I'm like, literally, it's me and this other person. And they just go with the other person because they have a better look and you can't do anything about it. Like, that's it.
Yeah, man. It is what it is.
It just is what it is. And you can't be mad at yourself. You won the room.
Dude, your life can change like this in such a like weird way. So like last year it was like I got an email. It was for an audition for an ABC show. It was by Zoom. I'm Zooming. I'm waiting 20 minutes. They're late. Seven people come on the screen. Hey Eric, oh my God, blah blah blah. And it was like, now you're gonna read with Sarah or whoever it was, the reader, and they all disappeared. Just me and her. Then at the end, one guy comes on. He's like, "Thanks, Eric. That was, thank you so much." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Well, that's that. I'm not." Yeah. So, and I had this thing with my manager where I always go, well, "Do they hate me yet?" Because it's like,
wow, okay.
It's because it's always the same thing. Yeah. It's always this. Oh, they loved you, but.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that sentence. Yeah.
I was like, they loved you, but, and I was like, I hate that. So I said, so I remember saying this to him. So is it I love you, but? He goes, no, it's just we love him, And I was like, oh. So then I got another audition, and it was, boom, it was great. Then there was a test. It's all Zoom too. So then I'm testing for a freaking ABC show.
I remember this was last year.
Yeah, last year, Bucktown. So then I'm doing this Zoom, and so then at first they were like, "All right, I did the first one." Then I get notes. Oh, they want me to shave. They want me to dye it. They want me to wear something different. So I had to do this like 3 times, and then I booked the role. But then we're doing a table read, because you can get fired at a table read, by the way. So just so you know. Don't think you booked a part just because you booked a part.
I did not know that.
Yeah, if you get on a TV show.
I figured you can get fired at any point, but I didn't even think about it at the table read.
Oh, that's why they have a pre-table read now. So they're going to have a test table read now, because they're testing the chemistry and stuff. They want to see if the people are laughing while you're reading your thing. And this is all by Zoom too. During COVID, it was weird as hell. Yeah. So like, I remember they had this. There was like there's supposed to be a little girl in the show, and the little girl is supposed to be like, from the lines, sort of girly, but the person they had, it wasn't that. And I saw it. I was like, I don't know if this girl is the girl for this part, And then they had this other girl reading for she was like the ex-girlfriend, this ex-girlfriend, and she was this sort of busty, sexy girl being like the ex-girlfriend. All right, that's the test table read. Next thing you know, we're doing another table read. New little girl and busty girl's gone.
Oh wow! They're both out, huh?
Yeah, just like that. And so, and then we had Then we had this table read in front of the network and all these people. And then the first time I even met anybody in real life was on set. But anyway, my point is, your life changes with an email.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said your manager or agent was going like, "Hey, Matt, here's some lines for an audition. I need you to get it ready." Next thing you know, you're in front of people and they're like, "All right, you booked a part," and then your life could change. I mean, think of it. It could be like, you got on Big Bang Theory. Yeah. It could be, what I mean? You got on like some kind of thing, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, you're making $1 million an episode. I mean, that's just what happened to those people.
Yeah. That's crazy to think. Yeah. It's just wild how something as simple as, like you said, an email, or even just making a simple choice of, let's say, signing with a certain agency, signing with a certain management, like who understands the type of acting you're really good at, and they know who to bring you to or what projects to bring to you. Like, it's very interesting. Like, I just actually recently signed to a new management/agency. Okay. So they're gonna start. Yeah, I gave you 2 waters. I saw a comment once. Oh. Yeah, I gave you 2 because I knew that.
Oh, really? Somebody commented like, Eric doesn't have enough water.
Yeah, they're like, he flew through that water so quick, and then he just kept on reaching for the empty glass. And I was like, that's true. I do remember that. So.
Oh well, thank you for looking out for me.
I got you. Got to keep the boys hydrated. But yeah, so I.
But I wonder, can you imagine what it feels like to be? Like your whole, like you go out for a show like Big Bang Theory, and you're going out for Sheldon,
Yeah.
and you don't get it.
And you see,
You don't get it, and you're number 2.
Yeah.
Like you were like the runner up for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh man.
That's happened to me multiple times. Like for shows like Fuller House, I got pretty close for Fuller House.
Oh really?
Yeah, I got close
Oh
with some
no.
other
Who are you
shows
gonna be
too.
on Fuller? Oh, not that I watch.
It was I haven't seen the Fuller House yet, but I think it was Kimmy's assistant. I'm pretty sure he was a reoccurring role, but yeah, long story short, there's been multiple shows like I see who gets it and I see where the show goes. I'm like, you're happy for them, but you're like, that could have been me. You know, like,
it sucks.
It's just a test of, compassion and empathy.
Well, you have to like also just manage your disappointment. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it too.
I say be excited, and then when it goes away or it didn't work out the way you wanted it, you just have to manage that disappointment. That's why the entertainment business is tough. It's tough because of how this emotional
game.
emotional roller coaster that you go on.
And it's interesting too because like how you're saying managing your disappointment, but also managing. What did you say?
Manage your disappointment.
Manage your disappointment, but also like managing your expectations and being proud that you won the room, did the process, but not be focused on the outcome. Like just be happy you even got the audition. Like there's so many different perspectives you can go in on it.
But I am saying it's okay to have expectations in this moment. But my expectation is to win the room and book the part.
Got it.
That's my expectations. When those don't happen, then I manage my disappointment.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you want to go in with this manifestation of like, I will book this.
Because I don't want to be like, I don't want to be this person that don't feel anything.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? You don't want to be like.
I do know actors like that where they're like, yeah, I just kind of like throw it to my agent and then just kind of forget about it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I love the chase of it. I love that excitement. I feel like, ooh, I'm testing what? You know? It's like, and then you have to sign a contract and you see the money that you're going to make. Mm-hmm. That's the tough part.
Yeah.
But this show, we actually filmed the pilot, but it just didn't get picked up.
Yeah.
So I used to think that seeing that contract was terrible. You're gonna make $60,000 an episode, and then like they sign you, like when you sign one of those network deals, it's like 7 years.
Yeah, you're in.
You're in. So you see this money, you're like, oh my god, if we do 20 episodes and blah blah blah, and you're just so excited. I used to think that was the worst thing, is to see that contract. I know something worse now, is to make one check of it.
Like, as
to get like the pilot money.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, it's going to be like this every week. And then you don't get picked up. Then you're just like, oh.
Dang. Yeah, that's like,
because it's like
kind of goes back to what we were saying about watching the first, episode of the season. You kind of just get like the quick little taste.
I know.
But then you can't watch the rest of the season.
But it's like, imagine if I come to you and I go, here's $1,000 and I'm going to give you $1,000 a week for 20 weeks. And you're going to be like, oh shit. And then it's just like, actually, you're only going to get this 1,000. And that's it. You kind of like, oh man, because to feel that kind of,
Yeah.
So anyway, then it doesn't happen. So there's so many levels of disappointment that you can reach that you have to have some fun in there too.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of expectations,
yeah, that's true.
you have some romance news for us.
Before I get into the romance news, I'm gonna go over two. I'm gonna go over two more YouTube.
I love hearing about Matt's dating life. I know you do too.
All right,
Let us know in the comments what you think about it. So
we got Paula Lambiez says, I can't get over my first concert ever was, and then when Blake said Beethoven. That's one of my favorite clips ever. And then we have Kaylee Kitty, OG Kaylee Kitty, saying Matthew's laugh is my favorite. And then we have one more by Caitlin P saying, I'm so excited. I'm going to throw one more in there. By Lucy saying, even I didn't know about John Mayer. About the John Mayer dating Taylor Swift. I didn't know about that.
What?
Yeah, remember that? With Andrea?
I know, but you didn't know about that?
I had no idea they dated.
Oh.
Yeah. But, okay, so, yeah. All right. We got some.
Well, can we get some
context?
Well, also, can we get like some, like, is EDC girl gone?
Okay. Context for what's happening in my love life.
Uh-huh.
Fully single. Fully focused on myself, honestly. Like I'm going.
Okay, blah blah. We don't need all this.
No, I'm just saying. It's actually like usually there are times when I'm
fully
single where I'm
focused on myself.
No, because there are times when I'm single where I'm not focused on myself. I am focused on meeting other people, or I'm focused on getting a girlfriend or whatever it may be. I'm just kind of focused on myself and letting everything just kind of fall into play. I'm just flowing in water.
Context,
right now,
we got it.
So I'm flowing right now in water. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Not talking to anyone, fully single, Bada bing, bada boom. I go to David Dobrik's party yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I go to David Dobrik's party yesterday.
Which he can't talk about.
Which I can't talk about because NDA, so that's about the end of the story.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching this episode.
It just goes boo, and then like we cut away, and then we cut back to, and then that's what happened with the elephant, and we're like, what?
Elephant? What?
You're not gonna tell us?
Like 3 armed soldiers coming. Get him! He's right there! He's right there! I'm like, no. But yeah, so I'm just talking to my friend Taylor. We're catching up, and then next thing I know, my ex walks up to me.
Which ex?
Not my most recent one.
Oh,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
No, literally, I haven't seen her in 4+ years or something.
Oh, that ex.
Yeah, bro. Like,
oh,
yeah. So
that's when we thought you were gonna be a stepdad. That was the funniest thing. You and him were gonna do homework together.
Bro, my boys were calling me Stepdaddy Matty.
Oh my god, I remember that. It was hilarious.
But yeah, so for context, I dated someone back when I was like 18, 19, and they had a kid at the time.
Yeah.
That was pretty much half my age.
Yeah.
And like I said, my boys started calling me Stepdaddy Matty. Long story short, it was a cool moment though, because it was a big moment for me where like this was one of the first girls I've ever was like head over heels for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a very interesting moment to just talk to someone who they were a part of you, you're a part of them at this certain point in life, and to just feel nothing.
Well, that's what you're looking for, is indifference in a breakup.
Whoa, interest, indifference.
You always want indifference.
What do you mean?
Not hate, listen. When you hear a chick go like, I hate my ex, you that's passion. That's not when it's over. It's over when you have that. That's what you have, is indifference. When you see someone and you're just kind of like, hey, what's up? And it's just nothing. You feel
bro, it was
nothing.
It wasn't even nothing. It was like nothing than nothing. It was like more than nothing. I don't even know how to explain it. It was so.
It was like meeting a stranger and being like, hey, what's up, cool person?
Yeah, but I'm like, and it's so crazy to just like look at this person, because I'm such a lover.
Cut to her walking in his shirt right now. Is there any ham? Like, what the hell?
I'm like, go. What are you doing? Go. I said we're done at 8:30, not 7:30.
that would be so funny. Yeah, her sidewalks. Man, I can't find the controller.
Well, it's underneath the couch. Just go.
So then what happened?
It was a cool moment of just like catching up. We were just talking for a bit, and then that was that. She made a comment that she was still blocked on Instagram, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, you blocked her?
No, but this was a while ago. This is
you were such a child.
You're right. I was 19. I was a child. Of course. I was 19. Of course.
Blocked her.
I'm 19. I got broken up with. I'm gonna get her out of my life. That's
I know. I love that. He's so petty. He like Ubered her stuff over.
I probably did, honestly.
You did. I remember you telling me that you were just so petty about it. She was like,
yeah, because I don't want to see her. Because if
So were you proud of yourself?
Hell yeah.
The point of this story is that you were proud of yourself.
The point of the story wasn't that I ran into my ex. The point of the story is that I ran into my ex and felt this empowering feeling of like,
I'm over you.
Yeah, but also like our feelings are they come and go with people, and like and people who are meant to stay will stay. Like if she actually was meant to be in my life, like I would see her and be like, oh man.
Well, you never know.
I do. I'm good.
Oh.
I'm just saying it was really cool to see that, and I've learned a little bit about myself in that aspect of like, oh, it's people do come and go in life, and not everything is forever, and it's okay, and
Good
that's
for
life.
you.
It was a cool moment.
Good for you.
Growing up,
So now you're just.
So now me and her are texting. We're getting coffee tomorrow.
Oh my god!
That was the biggest joke ever. No one take this.
Okay, but what?
But yeah.
But what about? So there's no one else. What's happening now? You haven't gone on a. When's the last date?
Last date. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's no one special.
Yeah. No, there's no one special in my life right now, other than myself. So it's a really cool feeling right now. Like I'm just kind of like I have zero expectations in life, and I'm like I've been running with that recently. I signed with this new management / agency. Like I've been working out a lot more. I'm starting to work with this new trainer this upcoming week too for working out.
You do look a little slimmer.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were getting a little tubby there for a little second, right?
I honestly, yeah.
I didn't want to say anything because I was like, he's comfortable with yourself. But now I see it. You look like you're,
But it's also the shirt. The shirt's a little smaller too.
No, you had your shirt off when we were out at,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Well, when I was getting a little,
Yeah, I was like, okay, he's getting a little like his, and then he has like a big belly button. You know what I mean? You have like
big belly?
Yeah, it's like you know what I mean?
Thanks. I've never heard that. But
it was just, so when you get a little bigger, it looks like, it's deep.
For me,
it looked
like a crater of a belly button.
Deep.
But no, for me, I mean, the thing is I'm gonna start that back up again. So next time you do see me, I am gonna be a little bit bigger because I'm going to a bulking phase. So
you're 25, and this is like the start of when it starts to not be easy.
I know, but what I'm saying is like it's always been hard for me to gain clean weight. So for me, I'm trying to bulk
But
right
I'm
now.
saying
and then
start
I'm
the
gonna
habit
cut.
now. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. I've been eating right. I've been, every now and then I have my
whatever, as long as you like, because I'm trying to do the same thing. It's you don't know how hard it is at my age. If I have one donut, it just goes right here. It's like, you know what I mean? I look like I got stung by a bee. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's like, it's hard to like stay in shape, young versus old.
Yeah, and it's like interesting because every body type is so different, and
Yeah.
like what someone might give me advice on. Like I've asked advice from I can't even count how many people. Like full on, like I'll call them and be on hour-long calls with them. Like, okay, but after this, like what's like your main meal before a workout or after a workout?
Oh,
and
that
like,
you're getting that specific.
Dude, yeah, I track my macros. I track how many grams of protein,
Oh,
fats,
God.
carbs,
Good
all
grief.
that stuff. I mean, because the thing is, if I'm trying to get bigger, I have to be on a caloric surplus in order for me to get bigger, and then I want to cut so I can be lean, and then I can just maintain at that point.
Oof.
So that's why I am going to start getting a little bigger. So when you do see me, you're going to be like, oh, he's got a little belly. Okay. I'm like, don't you worry. They're going to turn it into abs soon. This flab going to be ab. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Turn that flab to ab.
Flab ab.
Yeah. That's the gin workout tape.
Bro, that would be that, and like we have on like the headbands, the sweatbands, everything. That would be
what
great.
a feeling.
All right, Jenners, here we go. Keep it going. We like this energy.
We should do. I wouldn't mind doing I used to love doing like not Tybo, but like I had like P90X.
Oh yeah. I remember that. That was the thing, bro.
And there was another one. He had another one that was like just T25 or, and it was just 20. I love those.
Yeah, T25. I don't know
Look
if
at this guy. What are you doing?
That was a subtle hair check,
Was it subtle?
You called me out. No, it's not. It would have been if you didn't do that. So.
You don't think if they're noticing me drinking the water, you don't think they're gonna notice you going?
Well, the editor could have just had it on you for that moment. So
no, don't. That needs to be a moment for TikTok.
But yeah, to what you were saying earlier, it's good to just get in that habit now because that's why I've always said the idea that like quote unquote diets don't work because you're going into a diet already knowing you're gonna end it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I really think it's about
a lifestyle, not a diet.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
it's
it's
a weird
like
line between it.
But I just think it's like a really, it's like if you start cooking your own food, it's all about portion control. I mean, just basic things that we can all do is just eat less.
Yeah.
I mean, every doctor will say it's fork to mouth. That's the most important thing. Like just
fork to mouth.
Yeah. It's just about what you eat. It's like what you eat.
Yeah. That's actually what so many people in the gym say. Like, if you want to if you want the body you want, it's literally 80% kitchen.
Yeah. There's 3 things that are like super important. It's like sleep.
Yeah, 100%.
They just every time I go to like this health place, it's like ad nauseum they ask about this. Are you sleeping? Like, how's your sleeping? So sleep is super important, what you eat, all right? And you have to have some sort of, like, exercise.
Yeah.
And, like, It
doesn't have to be every day, by the way.
But exercise is important for not just with what people think, So like there's different perceptions of what people think exercise is about. Mm-hmm. So for one person, exercise might be like, exercise and working out and lifting and stuff.
Yeah, heavy lifting.
It's because
training.
You're trying to work on your physique.
Yeah.
But there's exercise that's just basically good for brain function and
movement in general. Not even the word. I guess the word exercise can be daunting to some people.
Yeah.
So the idea of just movement.
Yeah.
Like go outside, go for a walk, do a quick sprint from here to there. You're saying I'm gonna go run from here to there. Get your blood flowing, the heart pumping.
It really is important. It's good for your heart. It's good for your brain. Mm-hmm. Cholesterol, all these kinds of things. And so those are the three things. And so then you can obviously go into like more detail about like what these things are. Mm-hmm. When you talk about what you eat, I mean, then you get into like, okay, well, I'm only going to have chicken breast and you could get into all that nonsense if you want, but not everybody's into it like that. And people think they don't have time to do stuff. And I'm telling you, it's like, portion control is something that is like that. That's the hardest thing. Mm-hmm. Like when you go, like if you like going to a steakhouse.
Yeah. Oh man, my portion control is terrible. But that's also because
but it can be See, the more expensive place you go to, the better the portions are going to be anyway.
Oh yeah, because they don't want to be spending all that money on.
It's crazy. It's crazy how that works. But like, let's say you're going to go to a steakhouse.
It's expensive. The food.
Go to the steakhouse, but maybe instead of getting potatoes and mac and cheese with your steak,
that's 2 carbs.
Just get broccoli.
Yeah.
But you can still go.
Yeah, but it's also a balance.
Don't eat bread.
Too.
Have a salad.
You can have but I mean, in my opinion, it's like just have something also green with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like have a rainbow on your plate. That's what my sister's always said. You know, she's always said like have a rainbow. Like have some. If you want some meat, whatever.
So what are you gonna have? Some Starbursts?
Yeah. What's pink? I don't even know. Or purple, but oh yeah, I guess like a beet, or I mean not a beet.
Eggplant.
Yeah. Eggplant. But the main thing too about portion control, I've learned from my sister, who's a registered dietitian, by the way. Literally, it's about also eating when you're hungry, listening to your body. That was one of the best advice she's ever given me, is just listen to your body, because we wake up and then automatically we're in this like, oh, I gotta go eat breakfast now. Half the time, people are eating when they're not even hungry.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Like, listen to your body. Your stomach just growled or whatever. You gotta go eat or something like that. Like, if you start off your day with some water, then you're getting your system moving and all this stuff, and then you'll know when you feel hungry. You eat some food, portion control. Going back to what you said, knowing what you're putting in your body. And then just wait again. Don't be like, oh, it's 6 o'clock now. Time to eat dinner.
Well, you don't have to, like, it's like sometimes you go to a place and then you order the food and it's so much food.
Yeah.
And my problem is always like, I want to finish it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like.
I like leftovers though. So I kind of get excited when there's a little bit too much, because then depends on the food.
I need to start doing that. Sometimes it's like you realize you're getting 3 meals.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. You got to look at it and be like, okay, this is 2 meals right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But also to what you're saying, like, let's say you're getting a steak and macaroni and cheese and like potatoes. That macaroni and cheese, that's like 2 starches, or macaroni and cheese and potatoes, that's like 2 starches, right? So that's like 2 carbs. So, I would just balance it out, throw some broccoli in there, choose between either mac and cheese or potatoes, have a balanced meal.
And there you go.
Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, everybody, for watching Jen again. I think that was good.
Look out for our workout tape.
We would kill it, like 80s or 70s.
When we gonna look? If you guys have some ideas for us of things you like to see us do together, I would love that.
Yes.
Send it out.
Give us any information.
Yeah, because we want to leave the set for sometimes half the episode for some pre-recorded stuff of being like, hey, this is us when we went to a yoga class or something. So we'll start bringing that kind of stuff to you too. But anyways,
let's start doing Jen and Jen on the road.
Yeah, we got to start doing some stuff. We tried. We filmed on a boat, and then like the sound was all messed up.
Yeah, but it's all good. Trial and error. We're getting there.
Before
you know it, we'll be on a football field randomly. I don't know how, but
throwing footballs at each other, playing catch.
Everybody. Well, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow it, whether you're on Spotify, Apple. Leave a review, YouTube, anything. We appreciate the love, support.
Yeah, please leave a review.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next week on
Gen to Gen.
Later, everybody.